learning a new story and doing some yoga poses as we go along. So copy the moves that I do and try to have some fun. Okay, let's start our yoga as we always do by crossing our legs, sitting on our bottoms and bringing our hands to our heart. And after 3 we'll say our yoga hello, namaste. 1, 2, 3, namaste. Okay, now today's story is all about a beaver. So let's create a beaver pose. Coming onto your hands and knees. And then we're going to stretch one leg out behind us as the beaver's long tail. Well done. The beaver in our story is called Boris. Boris lives with his dad. They live on a river, so let's go into our river pose. Coming onto your tummies, lifting your feet, and then reaching around to hold your ankles. Fantastic, lovely river pose. They live on a river. In the middle of a forest full of trees. Let's go into our tree pose. Standing with our feet together. Bringing one foot on top of the other and our hands to our heart. And grow our tree and open our branches. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Bringing those branches down and then let's swap our feet over. Placing the other one on top and grow our tree and open our branches. Let's carry on our counting to 10. Hold on to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Bring those branches down. Boris and his dad had built a dam. Let's make a pose for a dam. Coming onto our knees. Taking our head down to the floor and tuck your arms in tight by your sides. Well done. And next to the dam, they build their home. Let's go into a house pose. Standing with our legs apart, our hands to our heart and table above our head. Well done. Now Boris and his dad built a dam next to their home because the dam slowed down the water in the river. Coming to lie on your backs and lifting up your knees. Well done. We're going to cycle our legs and we're going to show a really fast flowing river by cycling our legs really fast. Fantastic. But the dam that Boris and his dad had built slow that water right down. And the dam slowing down the water helps keep their home safe and dry. Boris and his dad have lots of fun in the forest. Come to sitting on your bottoms with your legs in front of you nice and wide. Well done. They enjoy sharpening their teeth by chewing on branches and tree trunks. Let's bend down to this branch to chew on that branch. Fantastic, coming back up and then let's bend down to this tree trunk to chew on there. Fantastic, now crossing your legs. They also enjoy collecting mud and water plants. Take one hand on the opposite knee and then turn to look over your shoulder as they collect mud and water plants from that side. Coming back to the front. And then take your other hand on your opposite knee and look over the other shoulder, collecting mud and water plants from that side. Fantastic. Then taking your legs out in front of you, nice and straight. Then collect together all the mud and the water plants, and then pick yourself up a branch, and then mix them together. Mix, mix, mix. Oh, our branch is broken. Pop that one down. Let's pick up another one. And mix, mix, mix. All this mixing of the mud and the water plants makes it almost like a cement. Well done. One day, Boris was curled up in his bed. Come to lying on your sides, all curled up and comfy. Boris was fast asleep. Then all of a sudden, he sat up crossing your legs, Boris could hear a funny sound, rubbing your ears from the bottom to the top and all the way back down again. Boris wasn't sure what it was. He crawled out of his home, coming onto your hands and knees. And let's crawl along on that, turning around and crawling again. Well done. When Boris got out of his home, he took a look around, coming to sit on your knees. Take one hand on the opposite knee and look over your shoulder, taking out your super spectacles to have a look at what is making that strange noise. Coming to the front again, placing your other hand on your opposite knee and looking over your shoulder, and again getting out those super spectacles. Boris can see what is making that funny sound. He can see people chopping down the trees and taking away the tree trunks. Let's go into a wood chopper pose, standing up with our legs wide and hooking our hands behind our back. After 3, we're going to bend forward and chop those trees. 1, 2, 3, chop. And again, 1, 2, 3, chop. One more time, 1, 2, 3, chop. Well done. Boris and his dad sat on the top of their dam. Come to sitting on your bottom with your legs crossed. Have a look around at where the forest used to be. Everything looked so flat. Come to lying on your backs with your legs out straight and your hands by your sides. Well done. Boris and his dad did not know what they would do now. Where would they get the tree trunks from to add to their dam and make it even bigger and even better? And also, how would they sharpen their teeth without the trunks and branches to chew on? Boris and his dad had a think. Come to sitting on your bottom with your legs crossed, closing your eyes and rubbing your head as they think about what to do. They decide that they need to find a new home. So that evening, they started to swim down the river. Let's go into our swimming pose, lying on our tummies, kicking our legs and moving our arms to swim through the water. Well done. That night, Boris and his dad arrived at Boris's auntie's house. Let's go into a house pose. Come to standing with our legs apart and our hands to our heart and take above our head into a house pose. Well done. Boris's dad told him that they would stay here for a while until they could find somewhere new to live. Boris loved being with his family. He loved them so much, taking your arms wide and wrapping yourselves up in a great big hug. The problem was at night, Boris couldn't sleep. Come to lying on your backs and hug your knees. Boris would roll from side to side in his bed, rolling from side to side. Boris was used to it being just him and his dad, and at night time it being so quiet. With all of Boris's cousins living there, it was much too noisy. Coming to sit on your bottoms, your legs crossed, and rubbing your ears, showing Boris hearing all that noise that was just too much. Boris spoke to his dad to tell him what was wrong, rubbing your jaw as he speaks. Boris and his dad decided they needed to find somewhere else to live. So again, they swam down the river back into our swimming pose. Come to lying on your tummies, kicking your legs and swimming down that river. Eventually, they arrived at a part of the river surrounded by trees. Let's go back into our tree pose, standing with our feet together, placing one foot on top of the other and our hands to our heart. Grow, grow, grow our tree and open your branches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Bringing that tree down and then swapping over our feet and grow, grow, grow your tree. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Well done. Lovely, strong trees. Boris and his dad got to work building their dam and their new home. Come to sitting on your bottom with your legs out wide in front of you. They started chewing down tree trunks, bending down to this one to chew, and coming back up, and bending down to this one to chew, and coming back up. Well done. They also started mixing together some mud and water plants, bringing up that branch and mix. Mix, 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 mix. Well done. Pop that branch down. Let's get the other one. And mix, 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 mix. Well done. They had their tree trunks and they had their cement. Come to standing with your feet together. They took the tree trunks and stacked them into the water, bending forward, and we're going to go splash with one trunk standing back up, and again bending forward and splash with another tree trunk back up, and one more time bending forward and splash with another tree trunk. Well done. And they stuck all the trunks and the branches together with their special cement. Come to sitting on your bottom with your legs out straight in front of you and patting that cement nice and tight into those trunks and branches. Fantastic. Boris and his dad loved their new home, taking your arms wide and wrapping yourselves up in a big hug. Well done. One day they decided to head into the forest to have some fun. Let's take some big steps into the forest. Standing at the end of our mats, and let's take some big steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. In the forest, Boris and his dad played chase. Running. Boris ran fast away from his daddy. They played hide and seek. Let's hide. Coming onto your knees. Tucking your head down to the floor and tucking your arms in tight to hide. So Boris's dad can't find him. And they also played Boris's favourite game, rocket ship. So Boris's dad would count down from 5 and then blast Boris into the sky by throwing him up into the air. Let's give it a go. Crouching down on our toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Well done. As they were playing, it started to rain. Put a pat of the rain over your head, down your face, over your shoulders, down your body, down your legs. Well done. As the rain got heavier and heavier, Boris and his dad decided to head home. Take your legs apart and your hands to your heart and lift above your head. Well done. Oh no! When Boris and his dad got home, they noticed that the rain had got so heavy, the river had started to flow much too fast. Come to lying on your backs with your knees bent up and show that river flowing really, really fast. The river had washed away their dam and washed away their home. For a few nights, Boris and his dad had to sleep without a home. Come to lying on your sides. They curled up under trees some nights and behind bushes on other nights. Boris was cold and scared. Come to sitting on your bottoms and give your knees a hug. Boris's dad held him close and said everything was going to be okay. Eventually, one day, Boris and his dad found a slower flowing part of the river that was again surrounded by trees. Once again, Boris and his dad got to work, building a new dam and a new home. Sitting with your legs out wide in front of you, and let's chew those tree trunks down, bending to this tree trunk, and back up, and bending to this tree trunk, and back up, well done, and mixing together their cement, lifting up that branch and mix, 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 putting that branch down and picking up our other one, and mix, 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 well done, popping that branch down, and then bringing your legs together so they're in front of you, nice and straight, and patting down that cement on those tree trunks and branches. In no time at all, Boris and his dad had a gorgeous, strong new home. Let's go back into our house pose, standing with our legs apart and our hands to our hearts, and lift above our head into our house pose. Fantastic. Boris crawled inside their new home and lay down in his bed. Come to lying on your backs, with your legs out straight and your hands by your sides. Boris is so relieved and so happy to have a brand new home with his dad. It's been a scary and strange time for Boris, not having a home of their own. They got through it and now they have their beautiful home. Our homes give us shelter and keep us warm. There may be other people not so lucky who don't have homes. Let's think about how us and our families could help those people. Well done. Now wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Lift up your knees and give them a hug. And then roll yourself onto your side and push yourselves up onto your bottoms, your legs crossed, bringing your hands to your heart. And after 3 we'll say our yoga goodbye. Namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Thanks for joining me for Diving Yoga Stories today. See you again soon. Bye.